Hello and welcome to a brand new and very spoilerish Player 2 unboxing. My name is Paul James and today we're diving into the Collector's Edition, the very limited Collector's Edition of Spider-Man. Spider-Man PS4, Marvel Spider-Man, whatever the hell we want to call it. The game is available today. The day you're viewing this, it is available. And I've got myself a copy. Thank you to my local EB Games for providing that. And we're going to dive into it to explore the contents. Now, I did say at the beginning there, this is a spoilerish episode of the Player 2 unboxing. The reason for that being, Insomniac has been crystal clear in the lead up to this release that the statue, or at least part of it, is very spoilerish. We know it has Spider-Man in there, and that's fine. If you didn't know Spider-Man was in there, what are you doing playing this game? What are you, like, come on. But the second half of it is apparently very, very spoilerish for those looking to play the game. So, we're going to dive into it with a hint of trepidation, I might add. But if you are concerned with having the game spoiled, I recommend that you switch off now and maybe come back to this in, well, a few weeks from now when you've had a chance to play the game. So, last warning, let's get into it. So, as we dive around the box here, we've got obviously the main splash cover here, Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man, the logo on the top, little Spider-Man symbol then on either side and at the back. Just a little spiel about the game. So, be greater. When a new villain threatens New York City, Peter Parker and Spider-Man's worlds collide. To save the city and those he loves, he must rise up and be greater. And then it talks about the contents, which I'm not going to discuss with you because we're going to crack it open now and discover what's in there ourselves. It's smaller than I'd expected. Now, I don't know how much space this statue takes up, but I must say the box is smaller than what I'd anticipated when I slapped my order down. But let's dive into it. I already cut away the tape to make this whole process a little bit easier, but I don't want to break anything. But we've got a box in a box. Much is the norm these days. And this one's a little more detailed. So again, we've got Marvel Spider-Man across the top there. We've got the Spider-Man symbol on the back. Blank red bottom. And then we're seeing one piece of key art that just kind of rotates along the three images there. The centerpiece being the one that you're seeing right now. Alright, it's time to explore the contents a little bit. So, first up, we've got a warning. Literally what I discussed before, it says, warning, contains spoilers, do not open until story is complete. This is your final warning if you're afraid of spoilers here. We have a giant wad. Well, no. As we've started to see in recent PlayStation 4 exclusives, they give you one code. One code and then a million different translations of the step-by-step instructions to sign into PlayStation Network and redeem said code. So, yeah, there's a code there. Don't bother trying to zoom in and get this code because I will have redeemed it by the time you view this video. We've got a miniaturized, and there is a big proper version, presumably with far more content, big proper version of the Art of Spider-Man. That is available now at retail and probably online. So that's the Art of Spider-Man. We have the beautiful looking steelbook, and if you have followed any of these Player 2 plays or even just some of the discussions I've had on various podcasts over the journey, you'll know that I'm a bit of a sucker for a steelbook. Come on, there we go. I really love the feeling of it. They look great on a shelf, and this one it doesn't have the Spider-Man name down the side or anything. In fact, the name's not anywhere. You've just got the Spider-Man logo, but it looks sharp. It contains the game itself, Spider-Man for PS4. It contains what looks to be a sticker, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, a red and white sticker that's got the Spider-Man logo again. It says Marvel Spider-Man on the back there, but it's certainly a peel-off sticker. Yep. So that is the steelbook and game. And now, this is where we enter spoiler territory. This is the statue. Well, this is plastic. But the thing about it is, and if you've picked up yourself a copy of this, I'm looking inside the box right now and I can see the statue. There's no protective film or anything trying to obscure what the bottom half is. I can now quite clearly see what is there as I gradually remove the plastic around it. Last warning. Here we are. Now, I've got to say, not as spoilerish as I'd perhaps expected. We have Spider-Man. We have a villain, if I don't want to name, just because I'm kind of scared of anyone who's maybe turned away and is just following at this point. But it's more opposable than I thought. It's a tighter shape than I'd perhaps expected. Spider-Man is really nicely detailed, as is the villain that he's standing upon. Everything looks quite cool, and I like how small it is. I was expecting it to be bigger, but I like how small it is because it can just fit in a place really nicely, and it's not going to hog up and command a ton of room like I've seen several other collector's edition statues do over the journey. I think about my Witcher 3 statue, or even my God of War statue from earlier this year, which is just off camera. The statues, like they're quite sprawling. They take up a lot of real estate. This is tight. This is small. This is simple, and it looks really good as well. So that is the statue that comes with Spider-Man PS4. Not as spoilerish as I perhaps expected, certainly as Insomniac had suggested. But those were the contents of the special edition. So we have this, we have the two boxes that contains everything. Here's the bottom, not that it matters, it's a red box. We've got DLC codes. We've got a little warning that is now completely irrelevant that says, careful, spoilers, warning, warning, warning. Our codes, our steelbook that contains both the game and a sticker that you can pop on your PS4 or whatever the hell it is you want to do. We've got the art book, and we've got Spider-Man on his villain. Again, won't disclose for the sake of you that maybe still has this video running but has just turned away now. And it's clearly just listening to the remainder of this thing because the statue's going to be in the shot for the entirety of the remainder of this video. So, that is another Player 2 unboxing. I hope you've enjoyed it. That is Spider-Man PS4. The game is available today, so consider picking it up. The reviews have been glowing so far, and presumably will continue to be so going forward. There's a lot of love for this game. If you're a trophy whore, you really have a golden opportunity to get a cheeky platinum here and enjoy one of the games of the year at the same time. But until next time we meet, that was a Player 2 unboxing. Please make sure to visit the website, player2.net.au, where you'll find reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, the Player 2 Writer's Draft, and heaps more. Make sure to click that link to the Player 2 Marathon, which is next weekend. We're looking to raise over $3,500 for the Terry Campese Foundation. There's so many prizes to give away to anyone who donates over the $5 threshold. So consider kicking in, helping out, helping that charity grow. Speaking of helping out, we wouldn't mind if you visit patreon.com/player2au and consider kicking in a few dollars there. At the lower tiers, you'll get early access to episodes such as Patched, The Insider, Player 2 Plays, the Late Game Review, Gamer School, the occasional unboxing, and a whole lot more. Also, you'll get monthly exclusives of some of those shows and the ability to join us in the monthly Player 2 podcast. That's all at some of the higher tiers. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. All those buttons are down below here. That'll alert you to new videos of all of those shows when they go live. And you can find me at PaulJamesP2 on Twitter. The website you can find at Player2au on Twitter. And until next time, that is Spider-Man PS4. That is the contents of the much debated, really quite impressive special edition, or collector's edition. Thank you very much for watching. Go out and enjoy that game. I'll see you later.